Hello, welcome to Modern Art History Online. I'll be your instructor, Professor Logston. I just wanted to kind of walk you through the navigation of Brightspace in case you had never used it before. The first thing you're going to want to do is access your account through KWC and click Brightspace under Student Portal. Now mine's going to look a little bit different than yours since I'm looking at it from the faculty standpoint. It's not visible right now, but you would click on the Art History Modern Art link. I'm just going to click into that. And the first thing that you're going to see is this kind of welcome page. It's going to have a calendar there and content browser. I would recommend the first thing you do is click on content so you can get to your syllabus. So let's go to overview. Here it states a welcome to art history, and this is what you'll find in the academic bulletin. It's pretty much modern art to contemporary art with multicultural influences. We're going to talk about the historical artists from great many different time periods and locations. If you look down, you're going to find your syllabus. And I just don't want you to freak out about anything, so let's walk through it. My contact information is above. Feel free to text me or call me at any time. I have my office phone there, but also my cell phone in order for you to text me. I only ask that the first time you text me that you please let me know who it is I'm speaking with. The required assignments. We're going to go through that in the schedule down below. There is a required text. It's Gardner's Art Through the Ages, the book E. It talks about modern Europe and America. There is an ebook option below. Now, if you cannot afford a book, that is fine. Basically, any art history book from modern to contemporary times are going to be the same. Because with the exception of dates, art historians, they kind of fight about the dates of when things begin. Some people say it's the Romantic period, some people say it's the Impressionism, when modern art began. We're going to go through with the Impressionism starting it. But every history book that you see out there on art is going to be historically correct, and you can use that through this course. The major part of the course is going to be my video lectures and the study guides. So as long as you have those two, don't be fanatic about the book. I am going to tell you that I will send out academic alerts if you're not logging on to the course and not doing what you're supposed to be doing, and that's going to alert the academic dean, it's going to alert your advisor, and very many different people in administrations, and so that way they can contact you and see what's going on. So log in once a week at the minimum and make sure you're getting your coursework in. If you find that you're falling behind, a simple email to me. I will be flexible. I'll work with you on that, so please let me know if you're having any trouble. There is a warning. We're going to cover sensitive material that some people might find disturbing. But that's just how it is with art. Art is attached to all sorts of kind of controversies. So we're going to see multicultural societies, issues like their beliefs, perspectives, historical events. But this all will enhance your creative and critical thinking, and we're all grown-ups here, so we can agree to disagree and we can respect each other's opinion, and we don't necessarily have to believe it, but we have to respect it. So when we go through these and we're talking about perhaps sexual orientation, prostitution, rape, murder, sexism, racism, religious deities, war, forgery, nudity, historical events, etc., we're going to do that in a respectful, mature way. And I just wanted to pre-warn you about that. Grading policy, if you don't log on, we're going to get you. So just log on. I try to grade within 24 hours. If you hand in late work, that will be within the week. Let's keep on going. You can appeal anything that you might not agree with, like maybe my grade, feel free to appeal that with the academic dean. You may do so. I will explain to you why I gave you the grade that I did. And that's mostly because you earn points. It's your responsibility to hand in things. And once I assess it, those are the points you earn based on a rubric. And those rubrics are found within the course for you to look at any time. Let's go on. The disability statement is below. You can read that yourself. Let's say, what is the whole objective to this course? Well, it's to enhance your aesthetic awareness and appreciation for multicultural art. That's a mouthful, right? Simply being, I just want to open your mind up to explore other societies' beliefs and how they project those beliefs through visual communication of art. Let's go through the course procedure. Attendance. Log on weekly to be counted. Watch the videos. Not only this one on navigation, but I'll have video lectures for you. So you want to definitely make sure you scan through those. The video lectures will be links to YouTube video, and if you're having problems getting that to run, please just simply email me. I'll fix the link, I'll get it working again, or send a video link to you directly. Reading, if you have the book, there are some reading chapters that can substitute and kind of support your learning outcomes in the course. Critical thinking questions. Now, don't freak out about these because these are primarily opinions. I'm going to ask you to observe work, to analyze the work, interpret the work, and make a judgment on it. And it's hard to be wrong on these. Sometimes you can be in the analysis process, but everything else you really can't be. So just do it and get the points. Participate in the peer critiques. When we have peer critiques, I ask that you at least comment on 2 other of your classmates' comments or artwork. We will have art activities. Yay, fun. I'm not here to teach you how to be a great artist. Only appreciate the artist creation process, which is a big major thing into creative and critical thinking. And once you have an understanding of what that artist went through, maybe you can develop an appreciation for it more, especially when we're getting into modern art to contemporary times. There's a test every week. There's a study guide that complements that. Please download that prior to opening up your test link. It is timed, I believe, and you're more than welcome to have your study guide out in front of you. Do the prep work beforehand. Towards the end, there is a final paper that will be submitted. You'll ask to go to a gallery or some kind of museum that's local to you. If you happen to be here in Owensboro, Kentucky, I warmly welcome you to our lovely gallery, the Ralph Gallery of Fine Arts, where I'm the curator. And look at our lovely show that we have here and write your reflection on that. Let's look at this course schedule because I know you're going to freak out about it, but there's really no need to. Week 1 has a lot of stuff going on, as does week 2. But by week 3, it starts to kind of trickle down all the way down until there's less and less stuff to do. I do this on purpose because as students, you're raring to go at the beginning and you start kind of losing momentum at the end, and I want you to be able to finish strong. So do not panic that first week when there's a whole lot of stuff that's due. I will extend deadlines for you to meet that. I'm here to make sure you succeed. And if you fail, then I fail, and I don't like failing. So just reach out to me and let me know that you couldn't complete it in a timely fashion, and we'll extend that deadline for you. But if you'll notice, we'll go over the syllabus, the outcomes, and class procedures like we're doing now. You'll look at the video lecture that's going to cover Impressionism, Post-Impressionism, Pointillism, Symbolism, Modernism, the Primitivism, Expressionism, Art Nouveau, Naive. That's a lot in 1 week, and I know this, but you can handle it, and once you get through the first week, the second week tapers off, and then so forth, so there's, it's not as much work. So please hang in there. Don't let the first 2 weeks scare you. There will be a critical thinking question, and I'm going to go over that with you here in a minute. There's an activity that you're going to do, and like I said, I'm not judging based on how well you can create art. It's more like, did you do it? And if you did, you get the credit for it. So please go ahead and do those art activities. They're fun. They're meant to be fun, but it also gives you a connection to how that artist had to be innovative to develop that technique, and hopefully helps you enhance the appreciation. So I'll let you go ahead and look over that. If you go down to week 6, we're going to assign the final paper. You're just going to pick one artist that you really liked, and you're going to tell me a little bit about them. And it's not an academic paper, it's a reflective paper, so you're going to just answer some questions about what was your favorite work or least favorite work that this artist did, and there'll be more on that in the thread. But you're also asked in week 6 to visit a museum or gallery, and then you're going to critique your favorite artwork there. So take your camera, even if it's your phone, and just take a little picture of that so that we can all enjoy that artwork. And the final exam is really not an exam. It's the same thing as you're doing. It's another test, same amount of work, same amount of questions with a study guide, so nothing to freak out about. So let's go on and see what it's like to open up your week 1. Your week 1, so I haven't linked the video lectures yet, but it will be there, and it'll be above this place here. But when I'm lecturing in the video, I'm going to be using all these different slides of these beautiful artworks. And these artworks are going to be contained in this section here that says lecture images. In case you need to go back, sorry, that's my email. In case you need to go back and reflect on a particular artwork. There's an optional movie here, so you might have some open resources that are optional. If you have the time, this is a wonderful movie. If you was to buy it on DVD, you would be spending hundreds of dollars on this. And it happens to be on YouTube right now, and it really gives you the sense of artists living back then, and I really hope that you watch this. So there's part 1, 2, and 3 here. Here's the activity, and you must comment on at least 2 of your peer works. So make sure you do that for all your points. But this one is to do either Impressionism like Monet or Pointillism like Seurat, and normally I give you a little bit of an example on that. I think I might have to attach that later on, but it gives you directions, what kind of materials you need. Use whatever you can find, and if you can't find anything, let me know and I'll send something your way. The rubrics is always there, so you know how you're being graded. The critical thinking question, we have one right here. This is the first one. It tells you when it's due, and after the due date, I even allow for that late work to be submitted. And here we see Monet's Impression Sunrise, which kind of starts it all. And let's look at what it is. The critical thinking question answers, how would you describe this painting to like a blind person? So that really gives you your observation skills and application, what interests you most about this artwork, what's your initial assumptions, analysis, what kind of elements and principles of art is applied. And you'll get that in the first lecture, so you'll know what those are. What's a strength, what's a weakness, interpretation, how does it make you feel? What were they trying to say? And lastly, evaluation, which is a judgment. It's your opinion. You cannot be wrong. And once again, you'll see a rubric underneath that, and you'll just simply submit that there. You see the study guide is already available for you in PDF for you to download. Please do that, and then take your test. And you've finished week 1, and let me tell you, there's going to be some weeks where there's no critical thinking questions, or possibly no activity whatsoever. So just bear with me and hang in there. My job is to answer your questions as many times as it takes for you to understand it, and be able to tell it to you in different ways until you understand it. And I absolutely love doing my job. So you feel free to call my office phone, stop by and visit me in my office, send me an email, or text me, which is probably faster. And I'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions. We're not going to go through every bit of the course. I think you have the idea behind it. If you need to check your grades, I'm sure as a student, excuse me, as a student you have grade, some kind of place where you can check those. Under class list, you can email the class if you need to, or just email me directly. So enjoy the course. I'm glad to have you in it, and I hope you have a great time.